Hi viewers, welcome to our channel. Today we try to see Django. The Django is nothing but a web development application framework. You can see it on this screen, and it is a high level Python based web framework and which will be focused on MVT, that is a model view and template. We try now to I have created a simple websites. It is about me. You can see I have given my YouTube channel, you can see it, and this is my GitHub and this is my LinkedIn. Okay, it was redirecting to here. Apart from that one, second tab I have given, I have listed my skills. You can see it on this screen, and here is the BMI calculator, and here is the age calculator, and here is a SIP calculator, and here it is the EMI calculator. So in this video, how to combine applications or tools which try to do in the single website, that details we try to see. It is in a series, a Django framework playlist. We try to create more videos around this one. Now let us jump into the first video in this playlist. So MVT, model view and template. Django follows the MVT model. What is M? M for model, which represent the database layer. Database handles data storage, retrieval and management, which is typically SQL, structured query language, and MySQL, PostgreSQL, Microsoft SQL Server. So all these the flavors of an SQL. Basically, it serves a persistent memory. Data remain stored and retrieved even after the logout. The second one will be the view. View represent the business logic layer, handles the request, process the input, applies the Python logic and interact with the model, and send process data to the template for the display. And sometimes the view can be called it as in a backend or backend. Now let us move to the template. Template represent the presentation layer. It says that is a front end. How data in the website or web pages, how it has to be displayed. Here it contains HTML, CSS, Bootstrap and JavaScript. Now each web page is representing the one template. So this is the meaning. In template, HTML and CSS and Bootstrap and JavaScript will be the essence. A view means a Python logic backend, and M for model, that is the database. So these three things it is combining, making as a full stack. Django admin start project will create the project name. You have to give the project name, so it will create a new project, and you need to enter into this project name by CD. Then Python manage.py start app will be the, and now Python manage.py run server will try to give the HTTP followed by local IP and port number 8000. So this will be there inside the Django. We try to discuss the various commands as we try to move from video 1 to video 2, video 3 in this journey. So in order to go with the Django, first of all we need to have it as a web page. Collection of a web page is called as a website. In which language we try to write, that is called as an HTML. So in the HTML, if you see the most used HTML tag, doc type says it is an HTML file, document type, and HTML will be the beginning, a root element of the HTML document, and end with /HTML head. In the HTML there is a two main parts is there. One is a head, another one is a body. Head will be containing about the metadata and the title, and the body contain the rest of the things, H1 to H6 headers, paragraph, break line, horizontal line, anchor or hyperlink, image, div, layout or a block level container, span, inline container, unordered list, ordered list, list item, table, table row, table data, form, input, label. So many are there, but these are the important one which you can focus in order to write an HTML file. But this HTML file, in order to add the coloring style to it, we have introduced the CSS. The color, some of the properties is nothing but the color, text color, background color, font size, font family, font weight, text align, margin, padding, border, width, height, max width, display position, top, right, bottom, left, overflow, z index, cursor, opacity, and many more will be there in the CSS in order to add a style to the data or the tag whichever it has been there. In order to do this one, we have created, you can see, HTML and CSS. So here you can see index.html. So this is the telling about the document type, that is HTML, and you can see this is the HTML. If you click and close, it will try to enter. So this is the root node, and here you can see head, and here you can see body. So HTML contain the head and body. Now if you click the head, title and link, it has been there. And even sometime meta, we says about the search engine optimization, who is the author, what is the purpose, meta data we can provide. And now if we come to the body, you can see it's in a header, it is giving header, and this is the footer. Like in a paper, we have an A4 sheet, header and footer, it has been there. Next, followed by the navigation bar, like home, skills, BMI cal, age cal, zip, EMI calculator. So all these things will be the navigation bar. And after that one, we are writing one container. A container tells about me, it's a one container. And here we are giving my YouTube channel, you can see Alex Tech Projects, GitHub and LinkedIn, and you can give this one, and footer and body and HTML. In order to tell about the styles.css, how you can tell the styles, we have an inline, internal, and one more thing is called external. If along with the tag you are writing, that is called as an inline. If you are writing in this head itself, there is a style and you can write, that is internal. If you write everything in a separate file and referring, that is external. So like this, link relative style sheet, and I have given the CSS. So this is the way all the style sheets I am keeping one, and I am referring across all the web pages. Next one, I am going on to the skills, where you can see the same thing over here, but the navigation is also the same thing, and the container I am listing the technical skills over here. How I am unordered list and a list item I am doing. Okay. Next, I am going on to the zip calculator. You can see it on this screen. This script, you can see it is called as a JavaScript. We try to see it later, but the moment you can leave it and you can see the rest. You can see the calculator, SCP return, monthly investment, rate of return, years, it has been there. Now EMI, you can leave about this script for time being, and then you can come to an H2 loan EMI calculator, loan amount, interest rate and year, tenure years. Now let me see the BMI calculator, and you can leave the script here, and now you can see it H2. Here we are asking weight in kgs, height in centimeters, and you can see it over here. Now let me see the age calculator. Now you can skip the script over here and come, you are asking date of birth and calculate the age you are doing. So before that, okay, you can see all the tags, it has been there, and you can see the ID. So now in order to add the style sheets, what they have introduced, two more concept they have introduced, that is a class id. You can see the class, and id mean unique number. Apart from the html tag, they have introduced, in order to group collection of people is class. One group we have to make, that is a class. Each individual they represented with as an id. So in order to add the style, so they introduce the class and id, but the html only says about the tag, and the css they has given over here. Now it is the time to see about the styles.css. Body, how they are representing, header and footer, navigation, how they are putting, hover mean if you put the cursor, how containers, button hover. So all these things they have given. Now if you can come over here, primary background, secondary background, accent, text light, text dark, page background, button hover. So these are the colors they have given. If you click, and you can change it as per the requirement, and the rest of the things you can keep it along. Now it is the time to see whether these html and css are working fine or not. So in this case, we need to, here you can see html and css, index.html will be there. Now I am closing this one, and now you can see this is the home, skills, BMI calculator, age calculator, SIP calculator, and EMI calculator. Only in these steps I want to tell how to write HTML and CSS is the first part. Are you completing or not? So if this stage it is passed, now we are moving on to the Django framework. Now we are moving on to the Django framework. So now I am closing this one and go to the terminal. Okay, you can see it as a new terminal. So you will come on to here. So this will be there, and we are going on to our reference page over here. You can see Django admin start project name. So I went here and created, as you can come over here, and I have created my site. So then I am entering into the my site. Then next step what I have done is called python manage.py start app name, that I have created as a main. You can come and see it over here, main, it has been there. So whatever the project name you have given, that will also there. Under that you can see main also, it has been there. So in the my site, if you can see it over here, the directory structure, you can see manage.py will be there. First of all, with the help of the manage.py only, we try to run the commands of in a Django. D is a silent over here. So now inside the my site, that is called project, again you can see the project name, which will be having the urls.py will be there, settings.py will be there. So urls.py and setting.py inside the project is the most important one. Okay, now let us move to the main, that is nothing but as an application. Now you can see there is a two things are there, only one project will be there, but applications you can create many, but one application we have created, that is a main. Now what steps do I need to follow? The next main, whatever you have created the HTML and CSS, come over here under the my site main, you can create a templates folder and copy the all the HTML files over here, then create a static and copy the style.css. So previously we keep everything under the same directory, you can see it on this screen, but the style will be going on to the application. The application name is nothing but the main. Under this you need to create as a static directory and copy the style.css. Next one, you need to create a template and copy the rest of the thing. This is called as a step number 3. Step number 1, you need to have it as a valued HTML and a CSS file. Step number 2, you need to run start project and start app. then you need to come to here under the app. You try to create two folders, static and template, and copy these things to over here. Yeah, now step number 4, you can see it over here, is nothing but you need to come to the my side. There is called as in settings.py and urls.py, the most important one. Come to the here, you can see install app. You need to give the directory name or main, whatever it has been there. So this is the step number 1 inside the settings.py. Step number 2, you need to come down and you have to give the directories templates, base directories slash templates, and app directories true. Inside applications also it will try to search for a templates directory. So this is true or not, you need to check. And the third thing, inside the settings.py, you need to come down and you need to tell static URL is, this is already been there, static files underscore dir is equal to base directory followed by main followed by static. So this line you need to add in the settings.py. Now let us comes to the urls.py. So these URLs, in order to understand this one, we need to have a little bit exposure. So for this one we are going over to here in order to explain what is the thing. Once you run the server, it will try to get the IP address and followed by port number, and if you put this one, you can see it on this screen. This is called IP address and this is called as a port number. So this is called as an base. IP address followed by port number is the base, and whatever you are putting over here, it will try to search in the urls.py. So we need to construct the urls.py. What is meant by URL? Mean universal resource loader. So there is a urls.py. So we try to fill it by calling the corresponding method which we have to complete inside the views. Views will be available in the app, and these are the URL patterns we have to write over here, and their alias names we have to mention. How this will be? It will be like this. Okay, now I try to open the urls.py. You can see it. Before that we have to implement the views.py. Now let me go to the main and open the views.py. You can see views.py. You can define that function home main. You can call the render. A render will take the request and index.html. Skills means skills.html. bmi mean bm.html, and zip means zip.html. emi mean emi.html. So these things you need to define first. So how this is working, all these things, once it is hit the URLs, then the corresponding method or function, it has been there or not, it will try to check in the views.py, and it will try to see whether the required HTML file is there by using the render and request, and the HTML file will be rendered on the web browser. So this is the flow. If it is not finding any one of the path, so then it will say page not found, 404 error. So that is the main. We have to write the views.py. The same thing we need to copy in the urls.py. In order to do that one, from main import the views, and you have to include these things dot bmi. You need not to give the parenthesis, only the name of the function itself is enough. These are the alias names. Okay, now whatever you have copied the HTML and CSS, yes, little bit work is required. So what is that? Now let me check the index.html and down. So you need to add this one. So the first one is curly braces, a dollar symbol. It is nothing but we are incorporating in the things by saying the static. global variables already Django has said. Now we are importing onto the HTML. So the static, and wherein all style.css it has been there in the static, so we have to refer slash static like this. And URLs also in href also we have to refer in the URLs whose name and alias names you need to give it, so that it will try to work. So these two things you have to make in the zip.html, skills.html, emi.html, bmi.html, age.html, everywhere you have to refer. And apart from this one, if you are want to show some image is also part of an static. So all the changes you have to be comfortable. If you are writing HTML CSS, directly you are giving, but here the moderator or intermediary person will be the Django knows about the global variable, so we have to use. So this is bit of a difficulty, but we have to adjust to an Django framework. So if you have done this much, now it is the time to an execute. That's all. For an execution, what we have to do, that is called as a run server, python manage.py run server. Now put the cursor over here and you try to get the follow link. Now you can open it over here. So here is my website and home, and you can see this one have little bit modified the skills from original to here. You can see little bit, and BMI it has been there, age it has been there, zip it has been there, EMI it has been there. By entering the values, can you get the data? In the BMI, by entering the values, can you get the data? By age, by putting the date of birth, can you get the data? In the zip, by entering the values, can you get the data? These information we try to discuss in the video 2, where we have to take these values in the views.py. We need to compute instead of a JavaScript. In the initial I told skip the script, that is a JavaScript, but here we want to take the HTTP request and process, and along with the rendering the HTML file, we have to give the answer such a way that both will be combined and rendered together. So that details we try to see in the next video. So now hope these are the details I have covered here. If anything, yeah. So views.py, how you need to write. First one will be the request, the second will be, all these things should be found in under the template, so it can get the HTML files. It will try to see in a template directory. So CSS and HTML, and you understood what is the Django framework, a high level Python web framework which follows the MVT, model view and template. In this one, did you follow the model? No. Few next videos we try to cover how to use the model. Yes, views we have covered, templates we have covered in this video. If you like this video, for more interesting updates, please like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. And I try to put this project under the GitHub, and I will give the link to you. You also need to practice. For this one, we try to use two IDs. One is called as an VS Code, another one is called as an PyCharm. If you have any doubts, please write in the comment section, and we try to see it in the next video. Until then, bye, take care.